I mentioned that you played at the University of Alabama, and I want to talk a bit about that. But do you have a favorite Nick Saban story that you can tell us?
Uh, my favorite story is with Coach Saban. Is when it is always around during the springtime, getting close to the summertime, and the media always try to bash us as the dynasty is over. Alabama not gonna win anymore and all this, and then Coach Saban, he coming on, he tell us my story not funny. It's just real straightforward, and I love it to this day. Is that he called the media the rat poison. That people listen to the rat poison, and that's what I like about Coach Saban so much, because he take up for his players. Like the media, they take it and run with it a different way. But with Coach Saban, he take up for us, and he don't want us to you know get caught up in the rat poisoning, as what he called it. And then another thing that I took from Coach Saban with me is doing the right thing when you're supposed to do it, where you're supposed to do it, how you're supposed to do it. And those things stick with me from day one. When you're doing the right thing, you have to know when, where, how, and why you're doing it. And that's what I learned from Coach Saban, man. And like Coach Saban, he helped me grow as a man, on the outside of football, and make me look at life different and how to go about life. And it's just a blessing to be able, to take those things from Coach Saban, and for him to, grow us as a man and as an athlete. I just think it's incredible what he does at the University of Alabama. And like the only way you cannot learn from Coach Saban, as if you went there and you didn't buy into the program, you didn't, do what he have set up for you to do, and he give you so many chances. And he always want to help every player, no matter what situation it may be. He's not a 1 to 2 to 3 chance guy. He gonna give you so many chances, but it's up to you, to take those chances and change. Because he want to see everybody succeed. But once you get to a point to where he can't help you, then it's up out of his hand. You know what I mean? But the thing that I love about Coach Saban is that he helped us as a player grow as a man, and not just only on the football field. And that's what a lot of people doesn't see, what Coach Saban does on the inside to his players, as making us mentally and physically strong and know how to give effort and be tough in tough situations, and being comfortable in uncomfortable situations. So and it just grew on me to do all those things that Coach Saban has taught us. And that's what I live by to this day. The years that I was at the years that I was at Alabama, it still live with me right now, because it helped me grow as a person and as a man, and also as a football player. So I look at things way different than I did from when I first came to Alabama.
It's an interesting point you make about just how y'all come out of the University of Alabama's football players. My favorite story being around Jalen Hurts, who brought rat poison with him to Oklahoma. Me being an Oklahoma man, I very much appreciate what he was able to do at OU, but also just how sincere he was, not unlike yourself, and how unselfish he was. Which leads me to this question: in this new age of name, image, and likeness, which we have introduced as a new variable to college football, do you think you would take part in this emerging market?
Um, I probably wouldn't, so, because like these are kids, we're kids, and you take and give this 17, 18 year old $300,000, to come play football. Where's his focus at? You know what I mean? Where's his focus go towards his long term goal? You know, if you were 18-year-old and you had $300,000, you don't know what to do with that. You know what I mean? But I can't speak on too much of that, man, because I don't know too much about it, but I don't think that it's the correct thing to do to these young athletes.
It's an interesting point. I think it's one that's been raised by many coaches who would like to see some changes as they relate to NIL. So I appreciate you saying what you did about it. You became a viral sensation in high school because there was this particular photo that was tweeted about you with the big 601 across your chest. And I wonder what that experience was like for you when people saw that you look like a 30-year-old man ready to play in the NFL as a 16-year-old child.
And man, it was just Mike Smith, man. He was always working me out. The head coach over at Northridge High School. He was it was crazy. We were doing so much extra work because he was big at the time, had big calf muscle, tall guy by 6'3", really, looked the part and built up. And, I started working with him and he would make me do, I don't know how many calf raises and leg raises I would do, but we had an hour and 30-minute classes, so I would have to be with him for an hour and 30 minutes. So we would do leg lifts for 10 times. Then he make me walk, get water, come back 10 more. Walk, get water, come back 10 more. So I don't know. I had stopped counting after 4, and then upper body. We was, we were just ripping out 225 like every day, no problem. And then at one point, like this was when I was in high school. At one point, we was doing 225 like 30 to 40 times nonstop. And that all came from Coach Mike Smith. He was on me. He worked me out, twice a day, and he took care of me, made sure that I was good. But he always had me in that weight room. Definitely. Him and Mary T. Long, and she was the trainer, and she made sure that I didn't have any little knickknacks or anything that could possibly happen. She was trying to, prevent every injury from happening. And those two people right there is the reason why I was looking the way that I did up in high school.
Well, I got to follow up with that because I'm something of a meathead. What are you benching now and what are you squatting now?
When I was at Exos, I benched 405 and I had got up to 515 squatting.
Goodness, man. I mean, it feels like you go to Alabama, one of the things that they're also going to do is put you on a meal plan and make you bigger, faster, and stronger. So there's a bunch of players, 85 on scholarship, that are bigger, faster, and stronger once they get there than before they arrive. But your freshman year is also interesting for a number of us because it's the precursor to what we've come to understand about the skill players at Alabama. Your freshman year, the running back room was Derrick Henry, Kenyon Drake, Damian Harris, and yourself. Now, it's cliche to say, but there's only one football. So how did y'all get to know and understand that everybody's got to do their job?
Well, Coach Burns, he made us that way. He made us to be ready when our number called. Because at any given day, someone can be hurt and our number can be called. So we knew that we were behind Derrick and Kenyon. Like, we knew that. So we knew that we had to learn from those guys and learn the system and learn to buy in and learn what was going on and learn how to play college football because we were coming from high school. And Coach Byrne did a very good job of getting already. He was always on us. Stay ready, man. Stay ready. Stay ready. Stay in your playbook. If I was y'all and I was at home sitting on the toilet, I have my plays taped to the back of the door. As I'm taking a dump, I'll be reading those plays, and that helped us a lot because he was giving us ideas on things that we can be doing and still studying the plays at the same time. You sit on the toilet and look at your phone, right? So why you can't take the plays to the door and look at that as a text message? So yeah, it was so much of Coburn getting us ready, and it's Alabama, and we knew we was gonna win. We had the mindset to win, and that what everybody in the building mindset was on. It's to be 1-0 week in and week out, and to climb that mountain to the top.
Thanks for watching this video, and remember, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any other videos on the #1 Ranked Show YouTube channel.